The project Sea Urge is built around an experiment of data collection, production of cultural materials called eco-ethnography. Eco-ethnography works with citizen scientists, and it has been one of the most exciting parts, in my opinion, of this project. Now, eco-ethnography can take many forms, many shapes, and that has been one of the challenges for the doctoral students in our project. Each had in their own sub-project had to invent what eco-ethnography could mean for them, what citizen scientists could do for them. Just a few examples. Amber Kane, for example, who works on Nairobi, works on nurseries, tree planting communities in a national park and elsewhere. And she receives from time to time voices, audio materials, short videos in which people of the nursing tree spaces document the growth of the plants, the care for the plants. She also regularly gets updated while she's away from Nairobi, while she's back in Leuven. So the citizen scientists send her digital materials through which she can follow over a while how selfish trees, indigenous trees, these are various categories that are being used in Nairobi, how her interlocutors approach them, relate to them, and she can have a beautiful view over time. A second project by Matthias Menalid in Argentina, he has worked with citizen scientists who received from him rain gauges. So they could collect rain, and through which he could measure how much rain has fallen in which regions. An electrician received a rain gauge, an extended family with 3 brothers, but also park rangers, for example. And also for him, he received materials, data about these experiments during his fieldwork, but then also when he was back and is back in Sweden. And these data for him are not that important as such for the data because they don't really have a scientific, biological basis. He's not a biologist, he's an anthropologist, but he says these are conversation starters. Around these data, he gets stories. He hears testimonies, experiences, affects, and so on. Then the third project that I'd like to illustrate here is Tito Muindo Kakundika's project in Western Congo, northwestern Congo. He works with citizen scientists who have helped him from the beginning to identify the most important themes around climate change in the fishing villages and camps along the Congo River between Bandaka and Kinshasa. So they have, from the beginning, oriented Tito towards topics that were worth exploring according to them. So they've been part of the design of his field research. They have facilitated encounters, interviews with maybe institutions, with other people. And from time to time also, they update him regarding the traffic on the Congo River, the boats that they see passing or not passing anymore, also data, other information about the weather. So these citizen scientists are crucial in the collection of cultural materials. They are a part of collaborative ethnography. We're experimenting with them. Some PhD students have encountered more difficulties than successes with the citizen scientists, and that's all part of ethnography. Each field site and each sub-project is different, and sometimes one method can work in one field site and not in the other field site. So what is for me also exciting is that this whole consortium, this collective of 10 PhD students will be able to reflect on eco-ethnography, citizen science, what are the limitations, what are the opportunities, what are the possibilities, based from their own experiences and experiments. Challenges that some have encountered were financial compensation. People, citizen scientists or people who want to contribute to research projects, they don't always have the means to do so. Maybe they, or they expect more money than is available. Time is also a constraint. Avishka's project in Sri Lanka, for example, the farmers just did not have time to engage actively in the design of her research, in the collection of cultural materials. Now, to conclude, citizen scientists have so far been participating in the collection and production of cultural materials. Now the doctoral students are arriving in a second phase, the analysis and the writing up. And at this point also, the doctoral students need to figure out how the citizen scientists can be included in that phase. And again, for each sub-project, it will probably be different. The final phase then regarding the dissemination of the results, I expect that the citizen scientists will have a more active role there, but that remains to be seen.